Damn, here we go. Yo, what's up, guys?
Cloud, I feel like, and they said it on their podcast, that their map
Hello.
might actually
they're
line up
playing
quite well here with G2.
Breeze, okay.
But I mean, G2 can select the map. They won it last
Wait, what is
week
it?
against
Sunset
100
or
Thieves. That
Breeze?
Sunset was a decent showing from them. And we're kind of here to find out whether,
Let's go, guys.
you know,
I know
it was
this
a
can do
promising
this.
sign they lost 100 Thieves. I know this sounds insane to say just because of the form 100 tier in.
Let's go,
or
guys.
if it's just like a
Oh, it's
quality
Breeze.
loss in an otherwise, you know, slumping era for G2. Today, we get our answer.
Obviously of note here, taking a look at the Breeze comps, G2 are mixing it up. Still not in the direction of the Harbor,
Let's
though.
go, guys.
And you
Let's
can't
go.
help but go back to the beginning of stage 1, where G2 fully
They're gonna win
indexed
this.
into the
They're
Harbor,
gonna win this,
believing
man.
it would be an S-tier meta
believe in them.
agent, playing it on tons of maps. But the map where it has stood the test of time and looks the best, Breeze, they have also gone away from it there to just have a more traditional double controller Astra Viper. But yeah, now it's about Jaw on this Neon, and crucially,
Wait, what's their
maybe
peak? I
an
didn't saw
indicator
it.
of where G2
I was
want to
preparing my
take
friend.
their comps overall is putting Baby Bay on the chamber here, so he can have that individual expression going for timings, plays he feels comfortable making, and also crucially opping a lot. That is one of his best traits as a player.
It's time for Match Star, brought
Okay,
to you
what's
by
the
Samsung
choice?
OLED.
Jogging
And it looks like
on
G2
neon,
is
okay.
stripping everything back to the bare bones. Go to the most basic form of this comp on Breeze. Try and put their players in the most comfortable spots to see them succeed.
This is a G2 team that have had a tumultuous couple months trying to get back
gonna
on
win
the
this.
horse, and
They're gonna win this.
Cloud9, who have been unable to beat them in the past and are trying to prove that
They're
they've
in.
got what it takes with this new
Oxy in.
roster, that they can put this new talent in a position to perform.
This B-side's not going to be easy to break into with the Viper and the Chamber at large for much of this defense side. And Oxy, he's found that out the hard way. High Tide, at least,
Come on.
sets up this approach on towards the A side, and it always seems to be Valen lying in wait on A. What's the rush here for G2? Stay tucked and wait for this
gonna
now.
win this.
Flash off the recon.
Nice.
That's gonna be
Nice
clear, but
evading. What the
Valen
fuck
is
was
tucked
that?
comfortably in that corner. Trent can play off him with
go.
consummate ease, and Zelsa's is barely hanging on in terms of
Okay,
health points.
one low health.
45 seconds where Cloud9 have been brought to a screeching halt. A 0 point off reset gets some degree of information, but at this
No way.
point,
No
G2
way.
are happy to stand and fight.
They're low. He's low. That's Celsius. He's not
Beyond
really
Celsius,
good.
surely there's just no way it would have to be an ace.
He's noob.
as
He's
well.
noob. He's noob.
2 HP ace would be absurd.
I mean, it's not really.
Valen is one shot, of
no,
course, but Baby Bay's a different
But
issue
it's not that good as
altogether.
the other player. Nice shot.
And he'll be taking the round.
Let's go,
with
Baby
the
Bay.
Headhunter. And Cloud9, they just to piss around, of course. They sent Oxy to the, you know, the opposite side of the map there, but they certainly slow down big time midway through that A.
Wait.
This is some really quality anchoring that we're going to see from Valen in the replay. This is a map that stands out to me in my mind as one of his better ones, especially on the Astra. I'm still getting flashbacks to kick off their dominant 3-0 qualifying match to get to Santiago, where he
Let's
dropped
go.
65 kills, 35 deaths, his best performance of the year, and Breeze was a standout map in that series. Valen absolutely knows what he's doing here. Makes that Astra feel like a duelist.
G2 have tried so many looks this year.
Valen's
One of
Astra's
them
really,
teams
really
that have
good.
seemed the most ready to change up even the bare bones.
We go in B side?
0
Or
point here.
they just rotate?
Leaf playing inside.
Bro, they're stuck in B.
But already can see Cloud9 are crawling over the side. Oxy's very dim. They're going to play a second flood off this flash, and it's Baby Bay tucked here back in his
Oxy
corner
got
with the outlaw.
the sting.
Spike planted.
They're all B back.
Look at this positioning from Cloud9. They are all just forced into backside. Pretty tough position to play out from. Easy for Baby Bay. That's lovely.
What the fuck was
Baby Bay,
that?
right.
What the fuck was
Let's go
that,
for
Baby
play.
Bay?
Now this one is
Baby
squarely sitting
Bay,
in
what the
his
fuck
hands.
was that?
There's just no way. I mean,
What the
C9, they'll be
fuck?
happy enough to get the plant down, but they can't get any positioning, can't deal with
This
Baby Bay,
guy,
can't move
this
forward on the
uncle's
site.
really good.
All stuck back there. They're cooked, and you know it the entire time. But yeah, we were talking about, this has been my feel on G2 in this current moment. I think a lot of their struggles have come from
Look at
having
that,
a bit
bro.
of an identity crisis. They don't know where to put the personnel on this team
Nice.
in terms of the
Let's
roles.
go. Good fuck.
They've
fuck
tried
train.
so much different stuff this year. But what we're seeing right now does feel like they're trying to lean into some comfort, but in a little bit of a different way. At
That
least
is the
in that we
craziest
haven't
shot
seen them
ever.
pick up the chamber on this map before, right? So it is something new, but when you're just looking at it on paper, it does make sense.
I feel like it's the kind of comp where you just want your players to be able to focus on just on the game.
And look, Baby Bay, he has absolutely been at his best this year when he's on center. His Vice was fantastic, and when he's on chamber, able to use the scoped weapons.
They're joking.
He's been finding a lot of impact on the game. We saw that last week. The map that they took off 100 Thieves, Sunset, it was about John Neon and Baby Bay playing chamber, able to get a ton of crucial kills with the AWP. And he was picking up really nice attack lurk timings as well, catching
They're
a lot of
going
lurk
B.
times.
Jorgamo's
One lurking.
been sort
It's
of
over.
given this moniker of someone who really steps up at internationals and then domestically just sort of takes a back seat sometimes. He actually had a stunning series, though, against 100 Thieves. 11-3, first kill, first death in a loss. 6-0 on Sunset. He doesn't always have to step up, but when he does.
Here comes that early null command. Zelsis with a hell of a lot of kills already. Cloud9 want to get into this B site, stalled out for a moment.
Oh, damn.
Valorant.
Oh, he sat. Ready for this close contact. Again, had to decline a
Nice.
weapon that was more appropriate for now. The Spectre is trying to find more than one, but Trent is brought down after Vic is removed. Oxy wants to make his way forward, but Baby Bay's tapped up very low. That Outlaw hasn't found any purchase
Leaf,
as
what
of
the
yet,
fuck?
but it's Leaf chiming in with that Phantom. Mid
Come on.
control here for
Come on,
G2,
Baby
and they
Bay.
can
Grab the
slow
skill.
roll
Come
this
on, Baby
into
Bay.
an encirclement.
Oxy would love to remove Baby Bay from the server, but he can't. He's playing it very patiently.
It's going to be frustrating. Oxy as well, tapped up himself, and here comes Leaf, looking for another one. A very quiet
way.
week last week.
Come on.
That's going to be on Jack to go 1v2. And Baby Bay
By
throws
the
his
Helix Phantom,
immediate
guys.
leave archers. He took damage and then
By
just
the Helix
stayed
Phantom.
there. The threat of his activation
When
was
I
more
bought the
important than his gun in
Helix
the game.
Phantom,
Brutal round loss.
when I bought
for
that skin,
It was
the
looking
Helix
good.
Phantom,
No
my
command
aim,
early because Zelsis
it
got a
went.
number
My
of kills
aim
on this
really
round,
starting
for
to
instance.
be good. I don't know, it's just me, but the way you spray it, it's like a
Nice
straight
sight.
shot.
Deal with the two anchors. Man
It's
advantage
just like a
4-on-3.
recon. I think best
Leaf just
skin
in that nice
ever in
little
Phantom.
position, up top
I'm
nest,
gonna say
crosshair
recon and
plays well,
Helix.
gets the free one onto Zelsis,
A lot
they
of pro
even it
player
up.
for using that skin.
Cloud9 get picked
Even
apart
me.
one by one. Oxy was saying in the Cloud9 podcast that the hardest thing about playing against G2 is that even if they feel like they might be
They're just
real in
saving. They're getting a lot of
situation,
money.
it's still so tough to beat because the micro on the team is on another level.
Yeah, the way he put it was they always do the
Cena is
right
really
things
choke right now.
in the
I don't
right
think they
moment,
can
even
ever
if it
beat
might be obvious.
G2.
Fallon here.
Cena is not
Very
bad,
much in the
bad.
same spot as we saw on the pistol. Cloud9 obviously coming to this round with
I don't think they
very little
play
work within G2,
as
knowing,
a
in
good
fact,
player.
that's the very
I mean,
thing
as a team.
they're here to exploit.
Nice shot. Valen, let's go.
Anchoring looking rock solid. I like even there's a moment where Trent's like able to push up close. 2 rounds back to back, we've seen him kind of like circumvent the smokes at the choke nicely to find a kill in both rounds.
Yeah, this little shove is
Nice.
obviously
That,
pretty
that was a
risky,
good
but
trade when Trent
sets
died
up the
there.
rest of G2 to end the round there, and then hit that
Wow.
little corner on the A side, either Valen or Leaf just sitting there getting free kills.
C9 kind of struggling a little bit maybe to find a home in their map pool, having picked Breeze this week. Maybe hoping to see G2 continue to run the comp with the KO.
Where are they
and
going?
finding less
They're going mid?
success, but they have to deal with a different
Come on.
look. Oxy pinged up in a little bit of trouble. But that
Oxy
code
is
is gonna
0-4
keep
now,
him
what the heck? What the fuck?
Not a great
Valen?
opener there for Fireball Ops. Valen just able to take that close A main position and dig him out. With no Viper to work with now, these side hits get immeasurably more difficult. They still have the Harbor. They got some degree of mid-control, but that's about to be challenged. You see Valen on his way back towards top mid.
Look at Zelsis right now. He's worked his way through Nest, but G2 are aware this is a possibility. Valen is on watch, but That is a
the
nice little
fuck
flick
does
shot.
this?
At least so far, Zelsis is
We don't play
shooting
like that,
good
bro.
individually.
Babybay's also giving up his position. He'll hear the Jet encroaching now. He's going to have to try and make it work with the Headhunter, but it's another decent timing here. Also, look at Jaw trying to flip the map. This is quite nice from G2, but Babybay's caught. Vic's able to double back on the right timing, and there is Oxy getting his first frag of the game.
Trent gets
They're pushing A.
2 on 3. C9 not out of the woods. They weren't able to close out the man advantage post plant earlier in this half, and it's gotten them in this 0-4 situation. This is must win.
Vic is tickled by that molly in the end. You got Leaf alive. I feel like it's doable.
It's okay.
Trent tried to stay alive for as long as he could, and he's done enough to put Trent in a Leaf runner in a good position to clutch the round out. The fact is,
What?
Cloud9 had no idea where he'd be coming from, and he lines him
They
up.
clutch it, man.
Crushing blow from Leaf. Both of the important rounds for G2 so far, winning out
Bro,
that bonus, winning
literally
this gun round.
C9 is trolling right
He has
now.
had monster moments. The 4K into that 3K. Leaf, when he's on Viper, is just at his best. It's just his agent.
It's pretty devastating. There's been quite a few rounds like this. It's like, oh my god, how have we won this? G2 finally maybe cashing in on some of the good luck that they banked after last week's series. Yeah, it's going to be a Cloud9 timeout.
Timeout.
Here.
Let's go.
Gets taken down in spawn. There's a push off of A main. It just feels like something pretty fundamental that was overlooked by Cloud9 at the start of that round. Left them without their Viper and had them milling around mid for a heck of a long time.
They were still able to find a nice opening. Like Zelsis working up
Go,
into
chat.
Nest, and then they pivot back to A. They're able to deal with the anchors there. They catch them a little bit isolated. It was all looking so good, but they have to be able to close out these rounds. It's a 4v3 lost, a 3v2 lost. They've been getting themselves in winnable situations.
I mean, this feels a little bit
This
like
game
the
is easy for
Sentinels
G2.
game for Cloud9 last week, where they sort of make it pretty interesting, get pretty close there towards the end of the series, and they just can't finish the game.
This game's really...
These last couple of clutches
This-
on
this
them
game's
have
for
been pretty
them.
devastating. It's backbreaking
They can
stuff,
win
sure,
this.
another buy here. It's only half armor though, for all of them.
Discussion out of this timeout is going to be how to deal
Come
with
on,
G2's
guys.
ults. 4 of them on the board. Pop flash to get Oxy deep in A main. Are they going to continue to accelerate? They would love
Whoa,
to.
Joe!
So
What
sick
the
from
heck,
Jaw, coming
Joe?
from Hunter's Fury.
What the heck was that?
They've got their advantage. G2 could just play to a retake
That's
now if they
lied,
really
bro.
want.
Disgusting.
No, we're kind of defaulting back to
Baby
the
Ray,
Cloud9,
nice try.
setting up into woods mid, but I want to see them accelerate off this position.
Got someone, baby.
Baby can't quite get
Someone,
anything
Baby
done,
Ray,
and
you
yes,
got this.
C9 have closed the gap dramatically here onto B.
Look, he is in some trouble. Can he get his? No. Fireball Ops catches him out. I like this position from Leaf, though. He's pushed all the way through main, gets that free kill, and now C9 are surrounded in the post plant. They can't even get the spike down with the orb dropping.
It's 3 and
The
4.
smoke-
You are divided.
Fiberlops starting to question where G2 are actually setting up here, unbeknownst to them.
One.
Big stack of it was that B main direction. It's just trained here with some of that
What is
key
happening
over
right now?
util that'll come down just as his hit does.
Oh no, Trent.
Leaf was felled there over towards the B main side. And Trent just playing slowly here. Fiberlops has dealt with now. Zelsa's about to take contact.
Okay,
and
2 on
a
1.
1-for-1 is the
2 on 1.
best that he can hope for. Down inside that null command, and Vic just gets
7-6-0,
demolished. G2
man.
happy
Are you
to slow
serious?
roll these rounds. Another successful retake after, again, losing that player early.
This uncle.
Jaw with the jump down Vandal spray is kind of crazy. But G2 really
Nice,
maneuvered the
guys,
map
nice.
so well there. Again, it's a
Really
big
good.
moment from Leaf, who off the info he's gathering from the comms, knows that he can push into B main, take all of that space for free, and then they're happy because of that to just allow C9
Look at
to
this.
get that plant on B. The retake can come in from all angles.
What the? I'm playing KZ. I'm sorry. I don't know what's going on.
And then, I mean, he even was able to catch off that one late rotator to get the
W Joe
advantage.
Gamer.
Like, Leaf has really been in control of this game.
And this one from Cloud9 is
This
that
guy.
early A presence. And they're starting to cycle into a couple of ultimates that could be pretty crucial to carve out a space to work in here on A.
Rain.
Here's that reckoning coming in from that mid-direction, though, maybe a little unexpected for
force?
G2. Oxy's already trying to get wide
They
and get some
force.
double door control from that spot. It's Valen down early.
Oh no.
And Joel went for a fight, but he was extremely low before. The fact that Trent is here
Oh
to
my
make
God,
this
what was
round
that,
predictable.
And Leaf, even coming through the doors, is able to catch Oxy.
What the fuck was that, Trent?
It was looking so good for C9. Just keep it simple.
Ooh.
Execute into this site with the big
Trento,
ultimates.
Trento.
G2 trying
The
to
fuck was
anchor. They
that,
get
bro?
overrun, and yet they still are able to wrangle this round back. HP for Jack is so low, 1 for 1. Is that going to be enough? Vic returning to the team. 1 versus 2 situation to get C9 on the board.
Oh, nice
Just
shot.
not
Really
going to
good.
happen, man.
The switch
Bro,
should have been
what
one
is
of those quick,
happening?
to be fair,
7-0.
but that's another dead stop for C9
Like-
halfway through.
Like, what
An
the heck,
A-side
man?
hit.
G2 are just
Beta.
looking composed right now, even in the
What the
rounds
heck?
where they're
Someone
going
said
down
Beta.
players when they're at a disadvantage. Someone is stepping up. Trent is looking really good right now. All the fights we've seen him take, the little movement
Well played,
adjustments, he's
boys.
just so in control of the situations that he finds himself in. Trent this year has just been phenomenal. One of the best players of 2026 globally.
Feels like his worst day is still something that many teams would dream of having in like an info gathering initiator role. Yeah, he's been phenomenal. Joy here gets pinged up pretty early. It's Oxy ahead of the rest of the pack. This is looking reminiscent to the pistol round, albeit flipped. There's Baby Bay up on the line. Free kill with the op, and Oxy's Blade Storm doesn't do a damn thing.
Dre just happy to mix it up with the positioning. I said this, you know, as we were just going over the agent select, but I'm interested to see if over the past week this chamber is a direction that G2 want to take the team in.
3-on-5, guys.
Because previously they were running it on Haven. That was about it in the pool. Like, you know,
I
back when
think
Vine was in the
Oxy
pool
right now is
earlier,
like-
they loved running the chamber there. Baby's attack
I don't
offering
know.
was pivotal on that map, and
Unper-
that was arguably the best
unperformed
map in
right
their
now.
pool. He looked great on the Vice. So I think there's just more than enough evidence to support that, okay, we really want to keep Baby Bay on Sentinel, right?
The CC9 give him a wide berth as they try and get here
That
into the
shot is
site.
crazy.
Firebolop's heavily
That shot
shuts
is
down by
insane.
that snake bite. It's still actually able to find a kill off this. And it's just Sheriff's.
shot.
Baby Bay's
One
going
more.
to see a shoulder protrude.
Hey, nice.
It's going to be another pretty decisive G2 round. I mean, you blink and we're 8-0. And these haven't exactly been fast rounds, but it feels like Cloud9 have really had nothing to say in this game of significance.
G2 just been
This
able to
C9
manage all the
speak seems
situations
like
without
Kai way
disadvantage.
better than Celsius way.
Winning out the 4v5s. And then in a round like this, I mean, look, it's just
I'm not
another time to
really-
go there in full control the whole time.
I'm not a hater or
Leaf
basher
is
of C9, but
really on point. Trent is playing great.
I'm pretty loyal to G2.
Baby Bay's finding op kills. at the
C9
right
is
time.
really good. I like Oxy a
We've
lot.
seen moments
but
from everyone.
I don't think they're gonna win this one.
And it shows. That scoreboard's looking, yeah, like a pretty all-in experience for G2. Cloud9 have an op in Oxy's hands.
This
Can they
game
put
is for
something a little
G2.
more
I like
elegant
this
together this round? First kills are all well and good, but they have not been able to land the plane in any of these significant encounters.
Drone to see if they can locate Baby Bay. Post Oxy up on an angle.
Let's listen in. Cloud9 trying to try and hit this A side through
Come
mid.
on, come on.
Can you orb up and we walk mid?
Yeah, orb
And you guys can, we're gonna work mid, you guys can keep
Oh.
no,
No,
Astra,
no,
3, 2, 1.
Nice shot.
I'm gonna come back to B. We killed one. I killed Astra.
Just wait, you wanna just insert yourself they're gonna leave this off A, guys.
Yeah, the op
Don't
is
B.
bad.
Yeah, stay B main, stay B main.
I'm holding double door, right, Jordan?
Yeah, we're gonna look to pump, and Jack just
He
hold
saw me.
main.
He saw me leave B. Alright.
That's fine, that's fine. This is good, this is good.
I'm gonna.
I beat
No,
me now.
no, no, no. Alright, we're gonna look to pump A, and we're gonna go back to B, okay?
Okay. I'm gonna come towards B.
Viper.
Double door.
Nice, nice.
Two. Who was B? It was Viper Silva.
Yeah, Viper Sova.
Can you wall up?
Yeah, one.
I'm coming to you, Vic.
Can you orb up?
Shit, there are 2 guys.
No, no, no,
One
no.
B. He was half wall or backside, guys.
I'm holding.
Behind you, mid.
Nice joke.
I'm
I'm coming back.
30 seconds left.
Yeah, we have to get bomb.
They're 1-1.
Yeah, can you put your orb up? Yeah, orb.
Yeah, orb.
They might
One
both
A,
be
one
fighting
more
you guys mid.
Mid or something. Can you orb up? Yeah, Orb orb now. Orb's not up for long.
Could be Nez, could be
Try
Tunnel, or Elbow, I mean.
Here, I have all. If we can get side, I'm small.
Elbow.
Nice
Elbow.
try.
Spike down mid.
Ooh, my God.
Enemy remaining.
Run away, run away. Oh, they got a score finally.
Let's go.
They got a
Hard fought
score
round
now.
for Cloud9, but you can see how much it meant to them. They left a gap. That double door position for Jaw could have unraveled, and that was a spike.
8-4.
I feel
I
like
mean,
that was pretty illuminating
11
for what's
11
been
1.
happening in this half so far. Because again, they are finding openings, but things are it kind of felt like
Someone said, "Let's
a
go,
little
we're
bit
back."
Too chaotic in
Celebrating
terms
one
of
round.
in the mid round. Like a lot of people thrown
Of
out
course,
there,
they
right?
won the round. They should celebrate.
And
Does that have to be a
individually,
bad thing, though?
They are getting the moments like Oxy gets that
Someone
kill.
said
Fireball
8-13.
got a
Fuck off,
really
dude.
nice lurk kill to reopen that B site. They just gotta get on the same page there in the mid round and be able to close things out as a team.
It does feel like Zelsis, though, has got a pretty defined direction he wants these rounds to go in. Winning the duels, though, is another story entirely.
Oh, look at that.
Double door presence now for C9. They're shoving Zelsis through pretty aggressively.
Three players from G2 on this site.
Bump it, please.
Can't pull the storm here at A.
Joe.
Below the minute mark. Cloud9 are still probing for opportunities. They've got this inserted double door. They certainly lead on that, and Zelsis picks his timing pretty well, but it's the A-main contingent that are struggling.
Nice baiting.
And that
You
might be
got
putting
two.
it lightly. Valen finds his
Nice,
second.
Joe.
Jaw waits for Zelsis just to
Nice.
serve himself
What the
up,
heck?
and
You got two there.
Cloud9 are back to the doldrums, frankly.
Oh my
They walk
god.
into that site that's pretty
Oh my
heavily
God.
stacked by G2. Three players ready to anchor. They apply some good pressure out main that gets Zelsis in initially.
9-3,
He finds the
goes
one
some
kill
forward.
back site, but wow,
This-
that's pretty.
this
brutal
positioning
as
for
well.
Valen.
That Vandal spam.
It's been him or Jaw
But yeah,
in a spot like this all half.
It was both of them able to fight up pretty close there. Yeah, Valen is swinging from the left. Jaw comes in a little bit later to fight towards bricks.
Okay, that's
Pose.
both your timeouts now blown here on this attack side for C9. They've got two or more opportunities to score on this half. Now, they might have a Hunter's Fury that they're really hoping to be able to employ effectively. But outside of that, the good news has been in short supply for this C9 team. It's a rough half. Getting full reset on your loss bonus as well means that, yeah, you can cobble something together, but I imagine this is just as much for round 12 planning as
So
it is
right.
for finding a way
Nice
through
try
this
out, that's all I can
murky
say.
situation.
Yeah, you'll see when we get out of this timeout, the ult situation for C9, I think a win in this round, if, they can't win the round with, wow, they're really trying to force into this, put something together, just force into this, force into the last. Maybe they can work towards another null command from Zelsis, try to stack up some ults to at least get 2 on the board before this is over.
Man. This is Cloud9's map pick. I just want to point that out. This is a team that felt like they might have a pretty favorable map pool overlap with G2. I think that's probably just based on what we saw from G2's Breeze last week, but they've just gone back to something that we haven't seen from them necessarily, but feels familiar. It puts all of their players in comfort roles.
Maybe just playing off this win trip with the operator watching through tunnel.
Doubling back into elbow here for C9 means they don't really do much with the fact that they've taken mid. That trip did get activated. There's a dash across, and Babybay's quickly got to get out. Oxy's on the move.
nice shot.
Babybay's got the stopping power to put C9's
nice, dude.
Firebrand
Nice
6 feet under immediately.
Fireball's
Take
trying
this
to take a
harbor.
timing to get out of the main, catch
Okay,
someone,
Leaf,
but
nice.
it's not
One
going to
more
work
lane.
out. Leaf is ready. Babybay weak goes down to that Guardian. Can C9 try to wrangle this back? 2 players, they are divided. Solo efforts completely right now. Vic at least catches the one.
George just disrespects this position, runs straight
Bro,
up into
what
it
the
and wins
fuck
the
was
fight.
that?
Jack is very low, out in the open.
Joe Gimo, what the heck?
Has to recover that spike, has to deal with so many different
Nice,
angles,
man.
and Valen late
Bro.
coming through arches cleans him up with ease. G2 responds to that B split just with absolute ease. The play from Babybay there is crazy. Being able to dodge out on the Hunter's Fury, still connect that shot to remove Oxy from the field, and then in the meantime, Trent is just giving him support with the ult of his own, going through tunnels. He catches one.
Oh, nice.
It's really insane.
Last week showed that both these teams could compete.
Atma?
Yeah.
Good shit.
That could take maps,
Good shit.
right? This week is about showing that either of these teams matter. Who is going to matter at the end of this stage 2? And it's looking like G2 have a renewed claim for dominance in this region.
Let's go, man.
How aggro does Baby Bay take this? Does he try to catch a timing out of there? No, definitely not. He is going to relax as Leaf just mollies him out of the cove.
Interesting. It's a decent way to get your teammate to do what you want them to. Just some mild coercion between friends.
Of course, in the last round, does have C9 in an awkward spot with the money. It's a pretty weak buy. Oxy challenging this 1v1.
It's awkward though.
Trent is just
One Trent,
he's
one
really
Trent.
toying with him right now.
Oh, Jaw as well. There might be a chance to put together a double face on this, and Oxy doesn't want to overextend. Oh god. The net's closing. It's taken
Ooh,
Oxy
nice.
far too long to make anything happen in this position, and nobody of the rest of C9 has done a thing to help him. In fairness, he was
Nice
kind of a
shot.
decoy, I guess. To show
Bro,
you him
they're
after time
cool.
5. He's going to have to try and work this B side now, rather than the rest
They're
of
so
C9.
cool, bro.
And Baby Bay is being very slippery. Into the pit.
Oh, damn.
Spotted early by Fireball Lopstone. And he's given over the op.
Can C9 get a second one on the board? They're trying to get the spike down. Time is getting really low. Jack is denied from being able to get that plant again.
Still
Now
trying.
has to stick. Such low HP, susceptible to potential spam, but no, he's going to be safe.
Conflict divide here though, thrown down. Zelsis has
Nah,
fallen
this is
on the side, and this is looking pretty deflating. Fireball Ops flattened by a one health Jaw. As he comes out of that Viper's pit to give G2 their checks notes in surprise, 11th round of this first half. How you
What
feeling?
can you even say?
just stealing.
Everyone has had individual moments. The Baby Bay op has just been ruling over that side of the map, and he has
For
the
real.
least kills
They're all
of
obsessed
anyone
with
on G2,
Oxy,
yet
bro.
You still felt his
What the
impact.
heck?
of
I know
that
he's good,
entire
but
map.
I think he's just on
Being
their own
really hard to
team.
catch. He kind of honestly plays pretty aggressive into the pit solo at the end of this round. But immediately the rest of his team slips in.
You go back to those first crucial rounds, first gun
Nice.
round, first bonus round. Leaf has given you a 4K, a 3K. G2 are winning the man disadvantage situations. They're in excellent form right now.
G2 11-1, a dominant first half here on Breeze, the map choice of C9. Let's see what our second half has for us, or if it'll be a quick run back to the showers for map 1.
Yep, that's me. You're probably wondering how I ended up here. It all started when I got to the FIFA World Cup, and
That's
wow,
cool.
thousands of Verizon customers.
Oh, you got the free Verizon tickets too?
No, I'm with amazing seats,
I'm sorry. Okay.
and even pitch side access.
Are you David Beckham?
A Verizon customer.
This used to be for players. Now it's for Verizon customers. No one gets you closer. Only on Verizon.
Yeah, I was able to grab Trent for a moment. A quick question for you. A lot of wins for G2 regionally. What's the goal this year? Is regional going to be enough again?
Definitely not. I mean, we're always striving to win an international. Obviously, there's this stuff going.
Oh my god. Not as fun. Not as sponsored, guys.
My work is easy because I use ClickUp. Here's how I keep track of all my tasks. I start by brain dumping everything I
Both of these teams walk into week 2 of stage 2 with question marks over their heads. G2, yeah, they lose to 100 Thieves, but they're the most newly minted international champion on the block. It's almost an acceptable loss for a team they haven't let get past them in years. Cloud9, though, they lose to a Sentinels team that are missing their centerpiece. It's missing John QT, and we're all wondering, is Marv just that good? Or are
just
these
end this.
guys in deep trouble?
I can see it already.
G2 are going to be feeling great to get a win like this under their belt, though. It's been a tough couple months. tough showings globally. 100 Thieves are in sick form when they go up against them, like you said, and finally, they get a game where they're feeling like prime G2. That gets the confidence flowing.
And a game where their emotional investment doesn't have to be ultra high. Do you know what I mean? 11-1 first half. They can close this one out here. They might come out of a week that's just ultimately not that taxing for them compared to last week's 3-map blockbuster with 100 Thieves. Having a reprieve like that midway through a stage is something you can't count on, but it goes a long way. And I hate calling Cloud9 a reprieve, honestly. It doesn't make them look good, but frankly, they've not been on their level. And you know it's been tough for them, as they've made roster changes before their team even got out into stage 2. It was that bad behind closed doors.
G2 finally making their way out towards this A site. Attempt to anchor, but Zelsis and Vic are just ran over. Just feels as good as done at this point, man.
Yeah.
G2 looking great on this map. And it's funny because they were great on it, and then they tried to switch stuff up. They're trying the baby bait Neon with the KO. Things are getting awkward, and they've gotten themselves back in a more comfortable position with this comp.
Feels like they keep running into Nongjin Red Force and are forced to try and reinvent themselves or change something fundamental about them. I do think that G2, though, are spending a lot of time trying to convince us their ceiling is higher than what we've seen.
Bro, G2's
do you know what I mean?
C9.
They want the world to know that they can reach even higher than they have so far, but I think that's been the most questionable thing because they're constantly dominating domestically, and they get to international events and they just look a little muted by comparison.
Both of these teams have some like international narratives heading into the end of this year that people have been pointing to forever. A continuing
Dumbass, why are you
storyline.
peeking?
It's too loud, bro, relax. Which is G2 still trying to get their international trophy, and C9 are the one team from America's partnership that haven't been able to make it to a global.
Yeah, the
in
only
the
partner
partnership
team
era.
that has never
They've
made
made
that.
it to globals, but it was before partnership. That has been a narrative thread that people have followed with these teams for years at this point.
And it's readable, as Cloud9 have felt that G2 are of the previous games and this one. Apparently it's still, you know, they might want to go to a lighter novel. Graphic novel, perhaps. Maybe something a bit more junky. Might recommend Twilight. Because this tone is proving a little bit too much for them to digest. For them, it feels like it's been the Rosetta Stone for how to take an L, because they are 14-2 in maps against G2 over their entire VCT tenure. And that number's
This uncle is really good.
not looking like it's about to get much better.
This G2 team just always had the numbers specifically. They've discussed it as well after some of the games that they feel like they know how to deal with Oxy. They know how to shut him down. And if you're going to be proficient at shutting down the most important player on C9, what chance do they have, right?
Vic and Jack will watch the spike sail away from them in the hands of Trent and be set up here on B.
Just say
You do have to wonder what the conversation is like in moments like
There
this
was
for
something being
C9.
typed in the server, so I don't know what the conversation is like with Vic and someone on G2.
Not great.
But there was a combo happening in there.
These are two teams, by the way, who have obviously been frustrated by the state of things for both of their teams.
Yeah,
Like,
it's
they've been
been
actually
tough
fighting
times.
with random people on social media.
They're both going through it. I think there's the schedule has been grueling. There's a level of burnout that they've been suffering. But man, G2 happy to get a dominant win, get the confidence going. All 5 players having highlight reel moments in that game. Feels like that's exactly what they needed to, just like get back on the horse. This G2 team have always been the most dominant team in Americas. We know that. They have 4 trophies. Feels inevitable that they're going to bounce back, right? And hey, maybe this is the game where they can start to feel that momentum, get the win back in their sails.
I feel like we needed to see a reinstatement of fundamentals, especially on this map where they had a bit of a weird look last week with Jaw on the KO, Baby Bay on the Neon. They've gone to a comp that seems like it fits them pretty darn well, and it just looks solid, right? The baseline here for G2 is looking great. Sunset was good for them last week against 100 Thieves, and that's on the docket next. So get excited for that one. We'll see what G2 have been cooking in the interim. We're going to hope this series brings us a bit of action after all.
Let's go. I feel like I'm gonna end my stream so fast because very quick because they're just destroying C9 so easily. Red Bull gives you oh C9 versus Sentinels versus Loud? Oh my god. I feel like this is a good match.
Sa new and improved Kopi Ko Blanca na nakaka-good vibes, mapapasayaw ka! Sabay-sabay tayo! Sabay-sabay Kopi Ko Blanca! Creamy ang sarap ng good vibes para ready for the day sa Kopi Ko Blanca!
I'm gonna be...
Leaf, surely there's a trade there from Arsenal, but Leaf notches up his fourth.
Look at that.
Big ace for Leaf.
Shit.
Good return on a fire though, and a great trade at that fireball. Oh, still down to it now, the 1v1. Oxy just spots the top of it.
I am here at Josh RT ahead of map 2, and probably keep it short and sweet. You guys were looking great out there, and besides the win, what's the team really looking to nail down today?
I mean, we worked on a lot of new things, and we just want to make sure our team identity, our structure, everything stays composed, even if we're winning a lot. I'm just trying to make sure the team has the same mentality, no matter what.
Do you feel like you got that in game 1, or do you want more in game 2?
Yeah, I mean, I was disappointed about that one round loss. I was just joking about that, but like, it's just no matter what, like
What the
we need
heck?
a pistol, we need a pistol, right? Round by round, and like we got 213 before they did. It feels nice to have no stress in this one, but I think it's gonna be much harder in this second map.
All right, good luck, coach.
Well, no stress for Josh RT today, who put together a pretty clean map 1 in this series. 13-1, and honestly felt like it probably should have been a 13-0, given the one round that Cloud9 actually picked up. Welcome back to the desk. I want to start by talking about that composition that we just saw him serving up there. We had a lot of discussion in the pre-show about Jaw, Baby Bay, who's playing the dive on that duelist, and they gave us a swap today, putting Jaw on that role, Baby Bay on the chamber. What's your thoughts?
Honestly, for me, the reason I was on board with their previous comp is because they were trying to work flashes into the team, and I think it makes sense to put Jogamo on that role. But what we failed to predict is, hey, you can just play no flashes on the map and still play to all of your preferences. I think Jogamo looked fantastic on the Neon, but also Baby Bay on the chamber was playing exactly how he was on the Neon a lot of the rounds where he's on his own, but that works so much better on this chamber.
Yeah, a lot better considering when you're looking at when G2 played it last, a lot of their problems were just dying when they were solo on a site, kind of getting killed by that lurker. But when you have an op posted there that's hitting a pretty easy shot majority of the time, it looked great. I think the only thing that was a little hesitant for me was the no flashes. I think Breeze, you know, it's a very widespread map, but against Cloud9 with, you know, how they were kind of setting up, it worked in G2's favor.
Yeah, it really did. What is your impressions of them continuing to play this Astra Viper look versus the Harbor? Harbor's so popular in Americas, most people are playing him. Why do you think that plays more to G2's strength?
I personally love the Astra. I think that honestly, just the combination of like the global utility on the defense side makes things a lot easier to play, and especially to assist your anchors around the map. And I think that was one area where G2 were absolutely thriving.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, the amount of times that we saw Valen or Leaf just sitting in an Astra smoke in front of a Harbor smoke and just being a complete rat on site, making it so hard for, you know, Cloud9 to kind of push past that, it looked really good.
It really did. But we do have to talk about the other side of this game, who only picked up 1 round. Cloud9. The issue when they played their first week, especially on Summit, was the post plants. And Christy, that reared its head again today. So many advantage post plants that they could not close out.
And especially Leaf was able to find a lot of these windows early on in rounds, just abuse them. He's able to isolate his fights many times. I think for C9, they got a little bit lost in the post plants. Like with all of the smokes that were up, the amount of times that players were just like shooting them in positions they were completely not expecting, or wrapping around from behind. G2 were going for flanks with Leaf and stuff. Like, C9 just looked completely lost to what G2 were bringing.
Not even just lost, but like unable to come up with an actual crossfire, an actual post plant that, you know, they could play together on. Instead, they were getting separated so early on into it that it was just 1v1 after 1v1 after 1v1, and they need to be able to kind of reposition themselves within the round amidst the chaos so that they can actually play these favorable rounds.
So we're looking ahead now to Sunset. This is a map that we saw from G2 previously, and this was the question I want to bring up for Sunset is we saw that comp change on map 1 of Breeze. Do you expect them to switch anything here on the Sunset?
I would be surprised to see them run a no flash comp, but there's a world.
Do you think that would play better to their strengths if they did swap that off, do something similar with the Dre on the chamber, the Neon for Jaw?
I mean, honestly, I could see a world where Dre is back on chamber on this map potentially. I think getting rid of the Sage too would also make some sense if they wanted to go to like more standard comps overall. But ultimately for me, I think that Sunset is one of those maps where you probably should be running the flash. With the amount of like close corridors fights you want to pop out and fight.
So is this the opportunity then for C9 in this series? Is this the path to get back in?
If they have coordination, possibly, but if they continue how they did on Breeze and don't do kind of like a switch up or a flip around like they did in their last series, it's looking pretty tough for me.
I will say the sights are way simpler on Sunset compared to Breeze. Like I still favor G2, but there's no chance they could look as sort of like run in circles around as they did just now on Breeze.
Sure, it's about as rough as it could look for map 1 of a series. So let's check in with Coach Imi, see his expectations for Sunset.
I'm joined by Amy ahead of map 2. Looking at that first map, I wanted to get your thoughts on where G2 was really able to insert themselves and separate C9 in those post plans.
I think we lost our composure a lot in the post plans. Even just when we had control of the A site, for instance, we were waiting for them to do something rather than us taking action. We worked on the map all week, and we should have been ready for these situations. Even pumping out the Astra utility should have been better. It is what it is.
All right, what's that mental reset to get us to the banger on split? What are you going to be telling the team?
I mean, it is what it is. 13-1 might be easier to reset from any other result, you know? What can you do? It's happened, you go next and try and win the next one.
All right, go next. Good luck, Coach.
The human body was built to move, not trapped at a desk in one singular posture for 12 hours a day. It's time your chair evolved. This is Secret Lab Titan Evo. Ergonomically engineered for you, gamers, hybrid workers, artists, backing your every move.
Oh. Sino kaya mananalo? Sentinels versus Loud?
I am here with Fireball, and honestly, nice to meet you, man. It's good to see you in the VCT. My question for you, a pretty easy one. What do you want to prove to yourself throughout this stage?
Ooh, prove to myself. You know, personally, I don't think I need to prove anything to myself. You know, I know I deserve to be here. You know, I just want to be the best teammate I can to these guys.
What are you talking about, man? I mean, no chance. Is this guy gonna be humble? What the fuck?
Summer feels na.
What the fuck is he saying? Bro.
Coming off a loss in week 1 for both these teams, it was really a question of who could get off the starters mark a bit quicker. The reality is that Cloud9 forgot to bring their track shoes and were pointed straight back to the showers by a very disgruntled coach here, while G2 are showing us what I felt like is their baseline, just a really solid showing.
Oh, Chamber again. Oh, he chose Raze this time. Okay. I think Neon is good. Yeah, Neon is good in Sunset. Oh my god, bro, why is it loading?
To look like what we just saw from G2. Solid,
yeah, good choice.
Sound, nothing over the top, but just spot on.
Absolutely. We're going to Sunset.
Oh, Valen went to Omen. Okay.
Jaw and Baby Bay go crazy. The two of them, some ways, dragged them to that win. Jaw's Neon was incredible.
6-0 on Neon in first kill, first death.
Baby Bay's op was fantastic. Also, like a sense for the timings around the map, being able to catch off rotators, expose gaps in the defense when he's on attack, to get really nice lurks off. I liked what we saw from G2 here a lot. And like I said on Breeze, I feel like their success here is maybe a light bulb going off, an inspiration to try and get the Chamber Neon to be a mainstay of their approach in this meta and just run that on other maps. Because
good luck, guys.
He is great when he's on the Chamber. Jaw is clearly the better Neon of the two of them. And so ideally, you're just putting them in position to both be at their best.
I think also the Trent Sky brings a ton of value here. This Trailblazer off rip into A elbow or into B main on the attack side is really illuminating and protects G2 from running into any traps early in these rounds.
Let's see if Cloud9 can hit the ground running on this second map.
Here's that Trailblazer. He's going to see nothing.
Let's go plant. Yeah, clear B. What the heck?
This does mean that Cloud9 are forced into a retake, and I wonder if they're trying to flood this.
With that wall up, G2 can just focus all of their attention towards Boba.
Come on, G2.
The market is not relevant right now.
I mean, that's huge, isn't it? I mean, the fact you've only got to watch one of these entry points now. There'll be some pressure coming market side here, but G2 have just got it locked down.
Oh my god.
Something that they were fantastic against 100 Thieves at were the floods out of Boba on the defense side. But this is
4-on-1, what the fuck?
In terms of a post plan, and Vic was never really able to get out of market at all.
Yeah, there's just nothing he can do over there. Already in the first round, we saw a great flash from Trent.
Let's go, man.
Utility in that game against 100 Thieves. The supportive flashes that were coming out during the fights were always timed super well. And already right there, he's got it in the perfect moment for Jogamo to be able to capitalize, get a couple kills fighting towards spawn. Look at this, guys.
What a nice flash.
Doesn't know what to do, can't see a thing.
This felt like
what a nice flash by Trent.
Such a simple round for G2. Headhunter watches mid. Trailblazer
Trent
into
is really
B.
the best initiator
Sage
ever.
walled market. Flash Boba win round.
Yeah, it's by the numbers, but it's
What
super
the fuck?
effective
Look
when
at Joey,
everything
boy.
is coordinated exactly as it needs to be. And that's why teams love the Sage on this map. It just simplifies things so much.
Look at that. Look at that position, bro.
Telling this push-up B main for the defenders.
No
though,
Trent.
Cloud9
Don't pick that Trent. Don't
get a
pick that
good
Trent.
inkling that something
Don't pick
happening
that.
at A, but look, there's no
Don't pick it, Trent.
sides
Do not pick that.
or sort of CT side present here at all for C9.
Oh,
They've just
NT,
grouped
man.
up on short.
Vic is trapped, he is doomed. And again, it's,
Nice.
as I just said, this wall
3 on 2.
just simplifying things
Both
for G2,
flanking.
denying a lane, it's cut off. Easy passage into the A site, don't have
Careful
to worry
flank.
about spawn. Only, you know, maybe if there's an omen that teleports up to the spawn top box to see over an elbow, but not a huge concern. G2 are just off to the races already.
With some really simple ideas. This bonus, or rather this anti-eco, was a simple matter of getting everyone up in the elbow and onto the site. You mentioned how Sage simplifies the gameplay. That slow warp over
Someone
short,
said if
pretty much
Sena win the map, I delete Valorant. That's crazy.
Just wanted to. Leaf didn't have
Kill them, kill them,
great
kill them,
game
kill them.
playing the Sage against 100 Thieves,
Kill
but
them, kill them.
in recent time, there's actually
What
been
the fuck, bro? They
Sage
literally
with
just.
best numbers.
They didn't die on
Will
Spike.
just put up
Okay.
big numbers on anything. You know, for 1 month, his breach will be where he decides to just got 26 kills and get a crazy ace on split, and then he'll go back to Viper being his best agent. He just does it all.
He's also was the team's chamber in the past as well. Had some really nice showings in that Sentinel role in bygone eras. We'll see what this now looks like for G2. It's a bonus round that features
Come on,
the
bro.
Outlaw Silver
Cena
Bay
is
Bay.
crack right now.
Outlaw, by the way, that C9 are going to have a lot of trouble dealing with. 4 of them are on 125 HP. Only 1 heavy armor. And you know this guy has the gun. Is that going to come back to bite them?
And Baby Bay gets to do this on every extremity as Chamber on the attack side. Could push up into B main, push into mid, try and play past the one way at A main.
Let's go away.
All because of that rendezvous. Some teams are getting cute with these splits through top mid. If you have a Sage comp, could wall off that right side and hit through Mark.
Ooh, what a nice flash.
Geez, this Trent util, it's magnificent, frankly.
Nice flash, bro.
Very easy for G2 to play off of it now. Slow orb is in play. Leaf traded out
That
for
is so
Zelsus.
good. Yeah, Leaf just
Oh, no.
hopping through the orb is hilarious.
Ooh.
Had a good flash, but Fireball Ops on for the ace right now. Denied by Baby Bay.
Ooh!
Oh my God,
Come on, come on.
Disgusting.
Come on, Baby Bay.
This is the bonus
Come on,
round
Baby
for
Bay.
G2.
Vic has got to win this.
Oh no, behind you, bro.
Does Baby Bay do something cute with this rendezvous?
Crushing
come on,
blow
man.
if Baby finds this with just 50 HP to work with, tucked in on default. Game of timings.
Last smoke there for Vic. Baby Bay's going to step inside of it.
No, no, no,
It is a
no,
game of
no.
timings.
That's right.
Nothing more,
It's
nothing
fake.
less.
Oh no.
Baby Bay walks up there and Vic holding the angle.
Bro,
Cloud9 get on
that
board much
side.
earlier than they did on Breeze.
Taking a lot more damage than they would have hoped for, but more than happy to get the round. Fireball Ops with a sick one there, 4-piece locking it
You
down.
got 4 kill there, huh? That's
In Boba.
yeah, that's good.
Even denying Trent at the end with the flash, that looked pretty insane. See that from his point of view. Crazy spam shot onto Jaw.
Look at these slow orbs everywhere. Tough to play these like top mid splits into Sage comps, in fairness. You often need one to facilitate it, and then I don't know about that one. That was wild.
You know, despite the struggles of the team, Fireball Ops is not a guy that is going to take this opportunity lightly. He has been grinding in Tier 2 since 2021 to get an opportunity like this. Has played every agent under the sun, 23 different agents in recorded matches throughout that time. And he's really found his form in challengers this year. That's why he's gotten this call-up, gotten this opportunity.
And he's the Phoenix player for C9 so far.
Yeah, he played Phoenix, he played Sentinel, he's done a whole lot, and he's very motivated. G2 worked their way into the site, but they haven't gotten backside control. They're being stalled out.
C9 want to try and
Bro,
aim
he's trying to be
it's gonna
sneaky.
harder
Look at
and
him.
harder. Cypher in the game. Oxy's made his way around. G2 love to try and flip the map early and often in scenarios like this. And Jaw simply had to bide his time to find that opportunity to take Oxy down.
Good fucking Cypher, bro.
These are the kind of moments, setups that G2 were thriving in against 100 Thieves, just locking them out when they get into this B site. Playing around all of the available utility they have to perfection. C9 in the 3-on-4, they do not.
I feel like in the next capsule of G2, it's gonna be. I don't know if it's gonna be red or green. It's either both of that,
it's not as
green
if
or
Cloud9 were shut off
red.
the B side, kept off of it. They were able to anchor in there with 2 players.
And I'm gonna buy it.
Oxy moved off his
Okay,
mark,
let's go
though, 'cause you
1-3.
could tell the G2 was starting to like rotate around inside B. Fortunately, the anchor play for C9 didn't get much help from the extremities of that B site.
Always going to make it tough for Oxy to get involved. G2, that is just something they've discussed, mentioned at the end of the Breeze, but they feel like they have an understanding on how to shut him down, and he is the key piece of Cloud9, and that has reflected historically. The 7 times they played against each other, 4 of the games, if you go back and look, Oxy was a non-factor. They really did remove his relevancy from the game. He's had like 1 or 2 solid games against G2 all time, but they do have his number.
Babybay's getting that free push up on B side again.
I know that's like it's a testament to how good G2 are, that Oxy, who has been consistently one of the best duelists in Americas, can make any team look like a tier 2 squad when he's running around at them. But G2, they just know how to figure a player like that out.
Yeah, generally, balanced systems usually are aimed at shutting down a star player like that. I talk about this all the time. I think like the way that Trent and Valen want to play is to make rounds predictable, deterministic. And they're very good at dealing with those volatile individuals. This is a dirty spot for Zephyr.
That's pretty sick.
I love that.
I got an aspect about Zephyr.
Again, it's
I don't think so.
one of the upsides of bringing Sage onto this map. There are a couple of wall boost spots that are really hard to catch. They're also Summit as well. I don't know if we'll get to see them.
Anything C9 can do to try to get an advantage, especially in a war spy round where they just have to save rifles. Gotta go for something cheeky to cheese play to get a kill. Anything they can do.
I'm not mad about it. Fireball Ops is lying in wait with a classic and a dream. Straight through the gates come G2, and it's a burst of pace that frankly Fireball Ops cannot mollify. He's jacked through the back of the side. Victor is dug out. This anchoring presence slowly being neutralized, but time is short. Valen's just gonna have to stick this.
Great job from C9, just fighting together out of market. Jack holding it down backside. They just have to deal with Valen. He's spotted out. He's isolate a fight if he can.
It's the backstab. Valen almost has a 6th sense for it. That's crazy. Eventually left in 1v3, and Cloud9 have succeeded in slowing the game down enough that they can actually get a grip on the reins.
Yeah, we saw some good team play there over on that site. Right, with the swings coming through market. Jack had some nice little jiggle peeks backside, not overexposing himself. Was able to trade Jogamo off some of that damage that Fireball did do with the Classic when he was sliding on in.
Don't need even to be a good lip reader, because I watched Link's eyebrows almost disappear into his hairline after that.
Boys, come on!
Just trying to get that energy back up for C9. Get a little bit of confidence going. Looks like G2 might just try to switch up the pace. Get closer up on A, go for a pop.
Get to that tour de force now. Vic and Oxy positioned well to play off each other. Certainly seem like two of the closest guys on this team to one another.
That's a lot of utility that G2 just extracted out of C9. But they had to use it. G2 were well positioned to just run down a player close link or close elbow.
They're rotating.
Now they can make this pivot elsewhere, trying to run up mid. Oxy is on the run. Trip is broken. Leap is through so quickly. What a shot from Oxy.
Damn, Oxy.
No real follow-up.
Damn.
So the rest of that G2 thrust up top mid.
What the fuck was that?
Was sickening.
They did not expect Oxy to double back, I suppose. They knew he was there because they had an Omen TP cancelled by Valen. But yeah, now you've made it really difficult
Feels like that was the biggest burst of energy we have seen come from this C9 team today.
And after a slow round, it's good to see them defensively play with a bit of pace here.
30 seconds
Looks like
left.
Babybay's going to be
They're
given just
going
enough
B.
rope now. As
Just go fucking A.
Is going to reveal his location. So through the trip
Just
he
go A.
goes.
A is clear.
It's going to be superfluous either way. Into the B side we go though,
Not
and all
as
the
bad.
G2 are here. They've got some
Make a
market
position.
presence. Babybay can watch the long line cross
Get someone.
through Boba.
Oh no.
This tour de force, it's a line that's broken up though by the fast lane.
Paranoia for a bit of delay. G2 trying to set up this crossfire.
They need good spacing with their market plays here as well. They're all going to be positioned. 5 players
Nice.
for the retake.
Low
Should be
HP,
pretty
sniper.
elementary at this point, but you don't
Oh,
want to be
shit.
lining up for the tour de force. That could be dangerous.
Nice.
There's Trent in the back
What
of
the
the
fuck?
side.
Nice.
And then
What the
Oil
fuck is
Field gonna
happening?
Slow things right on down. Jack is picked off as well. And what could be more
What the fuck is
emblematic
happening?
of Cloud9's problems right now than a round like this?
What the
Vic
fuck,
can't save it.
bro?
Babybay's Headhunter
They threw the round.
ends it.
2 on
G2
4, guys. 2 on
yeah,
4.
they're singing. They're looking comfortable now with their ball.
That's
Bro.
just exactly what you want. Babybay
2
on
on
the chamber.
4. I mean
Even though
3
he missed the
on
first couple
4.
shots, not a
I mean
real
3
good
on
opportunity
5,
to get
bro.
involved. He's cut off by
3
the
on
fast lane, but
5,
still picks
man.
up Market, is able to get the resource.
They're
kill,
throwing the. What the fuck was that?
and then helps out Trent. Takes a peek towards Boba right there.
Bro, oh my god.
Hot dog in a long time.
It has actually been a while.
Which is always
Yeah,
a
they didn't
telltale
say hot
sign
dog
of the
anymore.
mental
Hot
state
dog,
that
hot
G2
dog.
are existing under. They're exiting the doldrums.
That was a 5.
Joy is returning to their
C9,
hearts.
that's
That was a
30,
3v5.
bro.
Up on that B side in those final moments. That's a desk slammer for Cloud9. You cannot be affording to lose those.
Okay.
This is free real estate for Babybay. Cloud9 know it. Zilsas wants to try and re-clear that space. There's the trademark there to slow him up. And Vic's going to jiggle this. Wow!
Nice.
That's nasty stuff. Vic was trying to passively play that line for info, and Jaw still finds the kill.
Wall goes up to deny Jack of any attempt to even things up while G2 are transitioning in towards that site to get the spike down. Jaw has definitely been making a statement so far in this stage. His neon play has been pretty sick to watch. Zels is going to get caught here on the flank as the Nightfall comes in. C9 are trying to set something up. They really haven't been able to get back into this site just yet, and the flank is being watched.
Yeah, G2 mostly playing off this A side anyway, so it's a Nightfall that doesn't catch many of
okay.
them. It's going to be down to Hoxie's
Okay.
heroics to try and get them out of this round.
Oh,
He'll push
okay.
up and find Leaf, and Babybay was
Babybay.
watching a
Still able?
very, very wide
Oh,
flank
okay,
angle.
Andrew.
He'll walk into Oxy's crosshair and say what we want about Cloud9 so far, but when Oxy's had an opportunity to set the pace, his aim has been magnificent.
Yeah, he's hitting some sick shots. That snap adjustment in the other one. Crucial 3K in a retake that was looking scary. They're already down Vic. And then the flank watch
Nice
goes
try,
Babybay's
guys.
way. He deals with Zelsis. Jack and Oxy managed to get themselves in the sight, and yeah, he is shooting.
7 and 5, 8 rounds into the game.
Back in stage 1, despite C9's record, Oxy was the statistical leader for all of the Neons in the league. Highest average damage per round. He was playing super well. It didn't always translate into team-wide success for C9, but Oxy's
They're
never a
going
player that's
B.
going to ease up. Never someone that's going to give up.
He's committed.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, goes
G.
down. Nice little combo with the Prowler.
On this map, I feel like we see Babybay with a really very defined flow chart to follow at the start of these rounds. Just push up into B. It's very conditioned at this point. And we gave Cloud9 a chance to figure out a way to basically get a free kill on him here.
Interesting from C9. They took B main, but they fully give it up. All go back to market. Spend a little time re-clearing tiles, and it has resulted in the clock going down quite a bit. They still have to deal with 4 G2 players.
Trent did get caught in the Caesar at the end. It's going to be Jordas taking contact. Traded out. Jack going to be rezzed back up, and Firewall Ops is down. And Valor's still
Nice.
undiscovered in the corner. 3 up still for C9. Valon's a problem though. How are they going to dig this guy out? They had to spend
One
heavily
time,
on
one
removing
time.
him. And he gets a second
This
kill in
save,
the
well
round. There's
played.
just no time here for C9. That extra tiles re-clear cost them valuable seconds.
I think, yeah, on top of that, I think Cloud9 overcomplicated a good situation that they put themselves into. They had B main control. They could have left at least one player, if not multiple, to pressure from there when the retake comes in, so they just have that additional angle. But with no one there, G2, they're just able to meet them at the choke points. And with that time, pathing through mid, Oxy re-clears tiles to make sure there isn't some late flank. They have to accelerate so quickly that those finer details, they go out the window when the time pressure is on. And G2 on that B site in the post plant, we know they're so good there. You need every second you can to play it out against them.
It has felt like these pace shifts when they've involved more Cloud9 players than just Oxy have been a little bit hard to bring about.
And we're taking a look at the champs point standing. G2 in second place. A win today would bring them to 15. They're in a super comfortable position to make champions. Like, even if they just go on a great run in this stage, win a bunch of games, but don't do a great job in the playoffs, they'll still be able to make it in just off the basis of points. They are always consistent in VCT Americas. And then obviously, at the same time, you see C9, they're at the bottom of the list. They only have 1 point. So they need to do the exact opposite. They are required to go on a monster run, make it to the finals. They would have to have a generational turnaround to be able to make it to champions at this point.
And G2 would love to spend most of their time thinking about international events, thinking about what they're going to do next time Nongshim Red Force turns up in their way. But they still need to, you know, get things done here domestically, secure their spot in the postseason and champions, of course, before they can cross that more important bridge. Okay, no full commitment to tiles. It was actually just Valon. Let's listen into G2 now as they recover from losing their caller early in the round.
They're on you. I'm flashing.
Yo, they TP'd in the smoke.
Can we flip? Boys, yeah, just go super slow, Nate. Fuck it.
Right there, they're actually
Take
sending
spawn,
it.
take spawn, both of you right now.
Alright.
Need you.
I gotta hold you short.
I'm good. I'm walking out, despawn. Yeah, Nate's gonna go late. I'm dogging for you, Nate.
I'm going
Getting info.
Short
Look
sky.
right, look right.
3,
4. Okay, I'm gonna go short right now. Buy time for him. Don't even fight.
I'm gonna bolt for them.
Flashing.
They're all back all, guys.
Made a stab. They're gonna wall us off and then defuse, guys.
Nice shit.
I don't see the fourth guy. Hold, Jay. Hold.
All
Oh,
three
shit.
flank side. They're all 4 flank side. Nothing in your back.
Baiting you, Jay. Baiting you. Nice.
Nice.
Fight side, guys. Can you fight side? Wait.
Ready?
Off me.
Just angle out. Walk on.
Dink.
You're good.
You're good. Don't
Nice,
make average,
nice.
Alex. I have your cross.
You're good.
Off.
You're good.
Just fuck with the mouse. You're doing good, baby. One short, one back on.
Oh.
Fade away, one hat.
They ran away.
We won.
Dude,
They won.
I didn't register.
That's crazy,
I
bro.
know. I literally had flash out off contact. I know. I was just like a bot, bro.
Two things that really stand out to me in that run are Valon goes down, but he's providing super valuable dead comms to the rest of the team. He sets up Leaf in a great position. He's still coordinating things. Then next, I love how Baby Bay played out that round. Getting the teleport back top box where he can see over a potential wall from Zelsis, has the cross from elbow, so he's willing to just run in, take a fight, get out, and he hits a sick little tap shot on top
that's
of it.
right.
Then gets to back box, can swing from that high-low new angle setup. It was really smart.
I love he just called Leaf to come back in on a really delayed timing. That had C9 constantly looking over their shoulders. They didn't
Good
find any for
trade.
main at the time. Oxy and Joel, though, both traded out, so both teams lose their neons. C9 stay aggressive here. Are they going to play off the Trailblazer? More util exchanges. Flash traded for C's. Okay, Zelsa's got pretty deep here on tiles, but that kill's going to be traded out as well. C9 is starting to get spread very thin across Sunset.
I like that proactivity from Zelsis. Vic, Jack, they've got the right idea here. Getting into this setup, it's just going to come down to the duels. They have to connect.
Double.
This is round defining. This is basically the round here and now.
Oh.
Can they swing off?
Two, two,
Baby
two,
Bay?
two,
The
two,
contact. No, the timing's not really there.
Good player, good player.
And now Cloud9 back off behind this haunt. This is
Winnable. They're
very,
going
very
mid.
solid from the defenders.
In that moment
Pick the
where
mid.
there's the
Pick the mid.
Switch to the util gun not ready. The haunt.
Kill that mid lane.
Double ping. 20 seconds left. G2 on their way.
Let's go in the
towards
side,
this
let's go in the
site.
side.
Still the one trip to Cam. That could be annoying for some late round info as C9 just needs to stay as a
Planted.
pack. Trade out effectively together. Just fundamental team play. From C9's newest member, Vic, returning. They gotta put this together. They
How does
gotta
he have a
put this
trailblazer? This late in the round? Up
Ooh!
close and personal!
What?
How does Trent get a free
What?
roll?
What was the kill on the Jack?
What the fuck was
Jack
that
gets
kill?
perforated and Vic is apparently lined up with him. Fireball Ops now hit by the
No.
cabbage.
Nice.
Captain Valen there to shut
What the
things down.
fuck,
Again,
Trent?
G2 salvage
Bro.
an awkward round. But there's a bit of sweet serendipity
Trent.
amongst it.
I think C9 made some great decisions throughout that round. It's just brutal that Trent gets the headshot through. What was that? We need the 0.5 replay. Maybe even the 0.25 speed replay. That is a sickening thing. Oh. I don't know,
Damn.
man. That is just gross.
Better lucky than good sometimes. All right, round 11 coming at you. Jaw this time very quickly gets in the elbow. Look at the TP for Valen, very deep.
Exit.
Whoa, what a spam.
He's going up with the wall and he's punished.
Behind.
All right, C9, they've definitely got more than a chance in this one now.
There's a lot of people there.
G2,
3,
man
2,
down,
1.
finding the advantage somewhere. It's a fight in spawn, but they're getting
Oh,
denied.
damn.
Oxy and Vic
Okay.
just running them over.
Okay,
Cloud9
4-7.
steamroll on the retake. So G2 feeling like they need to take a proactive timing there. Makes sense, they're a man down, but Cloud9 have the crosshairs in the right spots.
Second consecutive round where there's like a multiplayer hold into a 3v3 scenario that Cloud9 are able to win out on. This is nice from them, just playing it slow and safe. Oh, nice. Really nice.
I mean, C9, after what Trent did in the last round, they deserve one like that. He needed to get his receipt.
All right, here's our last round of the half now. Tour de force for Baby Bay, so it's a weird economic spot for G2 to be in, but it's going to be smoothed over somewhat. Something faster onto B instead this time. Okay, you're committed to this. Look, the slow orbs behind you now. Vic wants to come forward.
Baby
And Baby
Bay.
Bay is simply not ready for it. Great opener. Tour de force out of the game,
Vic.
and I think G2 are going to stumble here.
They're trying to do the paper X thing.
Paper X on this map. They were the ones
Yeah,
who pioneered the
I knew
stage.
it.
Oh,
guys.
the Vic is up top there, brother. He is racking them up. C9 putting together a competent half. If they could just close this out at 5.
Ace?
Okay. They're gonna
Oh,
get
it's ace, man.
from Vic getting that ace, man.
There's a res involved,
Classic play. Yeah, it's an ace, but yeah, we'll give it to him. Okay. We'll give it to him. He's got it.
Nice,
Again, I
nice.
guess the comm is bad from Baby Bay. He doesn't realize that like there's a wall here. Because you don't have B-main
doesn't really
control,
have the
so why are
opportunity
you...
to know.
Yeah, why
I
are you
guess.
fighting
But the
Vic?
other guy, you did kill him there. I don't know that.
Okay,
Nice.
weird round. Still though.
Not up against
Nice
that every
try.
day of the week.
14 and 8 there from Vic. 2 back-to-back. Stunning rounds. Actually puts Cloud9 in a decent spot here.
It's a
coming
good
into
half for them,
halftime.
5-7.
Solid defense side. 7-5 here on Sunset as G2 look to close the series.
I think G2 has a good chance on defending side. Red Bull gives you wings. Not bad. Good half for G2 and C9.
What's good, everybody? It's Bebe, and this is my game day fit. You know, we got the G2 jersey, the red one. This is my favorite one.
Subscribe to Shopee VIP. Daily 20% off vouchers,
Not
free
the
shipping, and
jersey,
free
man.
access to your favorite app.
Not the
Subscribe
jersey,
now.
man.
Farm regionally. We got the G2 pants that goes along with it, so we got the whole fit. What I like about these pants compared to our old pants is that, you know, they're really baggy, you know, so we're in with the style nowadays, you know. We're unk, but you know, we still got some swag. And then I got the dunks, and I've had these for a very long time.
Dunks.
One of my best friends gifted them to me. They're pretty
Nice.
beat, but they're very comfortable, so that's why I wear them on stage every day. Honestly, they're just my daily. They look sick with the pants, though. I think pretty fire. And normally I come in with like a backpack, and on that backpack I got some like cool keychains, like a Fallout one, and like some One Piece stuff that I like because I'm a really big fan of One Piece. Thank y'all for watching. This was my game day fit.
Wow. Hi guys, thank you so much for watching me, guys. Hello, what's
Started
up,
to
what's
become a
up?
bit of a trademark look for them, was certainly present on the first map of this series, but into Sunset,
Damn.
it looks like, especially in some of these, you know, nickel and dime defense side set plays that started to find great success. And Vic and Oxy are leading the way, hyping each other up as they go.
Absolutely. Positives to gleam. I think some negatives too in that across this series.
Okay, 5-7.
On this map, they'd be ahead if they could close out these man advantage situations.
It's
They just have to
defending.
clean those up, and they'd be in a great position. Now, if eyes don't see me, they haven't won a pistol round in this stage. It was 0%. That is, I would like to see that stat end just for their sake. It would be great if they could win a pistol here.
Again, like then.
Come on. Come on, Larkin, guys.
Yeah.
Double check that.
Look, I mean, this
They're
is
going
their
mid?
fourth map of the stage, right? So
Wait, what? They're going mid?
it's a lot of pistol rounds to lose, but
Ooh, nice
there's
Valen.
Valen.
Let's
Holding
go,
it down,
Valen.
Oxy attempts to slide in, get across market. The paranoia's a little early from G2. Well, Cloud9
shit.
stagger out and avoid it. Either way, they've found their way towards this B side now. Jaw hit with the Prowler.
Problem is, what are they
Nice.
going to do
They're
about
planting.
these players' backside? They can't get any
Okay.
control, but they
Two
get
market.
off. Jaw peeking out, gets exposed, and yeah, they want to leave. I'm not mad at this, but they can deal
Ooh,
with
nice.
Leaf, and they can.
Nice one, Leaf.
Two massive kills there for Leaf, and Jack just runs in when he realizes that the jig is
What the
well and
fuck,
truly
Leaf?
up.
Let's go.
Leaf in the late round, always a terror.
Yeah, they're rotating off with such haste. I mean, I don't hate the decision to try to get the pick and leave or maybe slow down the round, but they rush out there and Leaf is just tired.
But this commitment to market means you don't have map control, you don't have information, and you don't have the time to slowly read through that space.
They just have to be a little more careful.
Yep. And honestly, they left a few massive gaps in rounds on Breeze that ended up hurting them.
And also, if they wanted, they could have just stayed at the site. Yeah. They had more players.
Nice.
Yeah, they had options. Leaf is looking good though today.
Oh, trying to lurk,
He was
Vic.
just always
Oh,
going
shit.
to have The outlaw. Yep, caster curse.
That's okay.
That's all right.
No one's going to rush him now.
Ooh, nice shot. By
Obviously,
Baby
they're searching
Bear.
for more. Baby Bay, they're obviously aware he's got the outlaw to hand and could probably even anticipate it. Oh,
Oh,
I
shit.
mean, they're not accounting for this spot at all.
Oh my god, Valen.
And there comes Valen, swoops on him with a Spectre.
I feel like I really cursed him that whole round.
Yeah, honestly, that was...
But he's doing great today. So, aside from that round, he's doing great.
Still, flawless round for G2. We're going to dap him up eventually.
Baby, you're done after this
I'm
game.
certain.
Look at him. Look at him.
It's coming.
Look at him.
Old eyes. It's tough to see in the periphery.
Bro, no.
All right. My palm might have met Baby Bay's cheek rather quickly, if not his.
Look at Trent, bro.
Yeah, okay, so things fall apart pretty quickly there for C9, and Leaf has that pretty nasty spot above the wall for Fireball Lobsters. Just not watching. C shot quickly. Jaw gets into market, door shut. Really determined B main position here.
Cute little setup from G2 where that outlaw goes off and then they expect someone to walk forward, but maybe they can't find that kill. Valen is caught on the opposite side of the map. Provides an opening through elbow that C9 are happy to take. Try and get in over on a better weapons and the numbers. Must-win round.
There's a late pickup of Ali here for G2, which is interesting, but it leaves their short presence completely absent.
These are the kind of situations, these are the kind of rounds that have been C9's undoing today, not being able to close out crucial advantages.
They're just straight raw flooding into
Oh,
Valley.
got it. Nice one.
Not the most
Nice.
inspired
Okay,
G2
not
retake
bad.
I've seen, I won't lie. And they kind of just give up short. They fully commit there to their Ali side play.
Nice shot from Big,
Vic
huh?
comes through for C9 again. Swing out is
Let's
nice
save
off
it.
the paranoia. 3 little kills. He's just continuing to rack them up.
Nice try.
The return of Pickle Vic, man.
He's been playing. He's been playing real well. Last week in this
Vic the
one,
MVP.
in one of the most bizarre roster room situations we've seen in some time.
Yeah. Where
But C9 will be glad that he's back because he's playing great. He has been fantastic.
I mean, you tweet
Nice
out
try.
that you heard from a friend that your old org is having trouble replacing you, and then you go and join them. That's part of your announcement. I mean, like, what are we? I was gagged, as they put it.
NT. Nice try.
It was an interesting little intra-stage break for Cloud9. Top mid presence to run into Trent.
I think the idea was to try to put some kind of like fake wall that cross up, and then someone could get through on the right to get a kill.
Baby Bay's been doing
They're
this
going A. They're going A.
constantly. Just trademark yourself off that A-long position.
They're running.
It's
They're
always going to
running.
be costly util-wise to get him off there. Trent eating some more Sage util.
He just wants to stay alive,
They're
not get
in.
spammed down. Baby Bay is not giving up his presence in the site though. He's staying tucked back.
I like
box.
this.
Ooh. Okay.
So you're going to get the better of him here. Now at least G2, we have a chance to look at another really similar retake scenario.
Ooh.
Oh, look at them. They just walk up into the
Really?
site.
That's ridiculous.
That is
Ooh.
rather pacey, I must say. Oxy's been taken
no.
down, and Joel already has found his way to the box. A second kill for
Oh,
him.
Joe.
Rick? Where's
Look
Rick?
at him. Look at him. Look at
Tries
him.
to shut it down there. I'm not really sure what Joel.
Joe, you good for
Okay, I think he's trying to get Trent's attention. Rick?
Oh my god, that's so funny.
Rick, do you think? I'm losing it. Will Baby Bay that 5 Trent?
Oh, he blind. He accidentally blind
blind is on
me and Joe.
Starting to
Okay,
get that
okay.
astigmatism, you know what I mean?
Look at him. Look at him.
Oh, that's why
Oh,
he's
he's done
looking
it.
at you. Nice.
Okay, finally
Nice
they
Trent.
done it.
Flash jaw crazy on the entry and he died or something, but
He's fully blind. What the
I mean, Joe
fuck?
was, I think he was like in a smoke on top of like a Sage slow.
G2 have had some silly little spam kills through smokes as well. Val just like the random Vandal tap through the smoke. I mean, it's not totally random. He's just shooting for a guy on the left, but we're looking at the Baby Bay stats here. That's
What the fuck? Someone said my
compared
name is
to
Rick
the Duelist.
Dreams.
They're the
And
same.
the
So
fact that he's
Papi is
putting
now
up,
in
like,
G2.
just as good stats playing that much Vice as well. He's played a
So
good amount of chamber this
Papi,
year,
what
but
the
that's
fuck?
also like majority Vice, and he's up there with what he's been doing on Duelist. And also, like a lot of the Duelist best performances came from him back in kickoff, like when he was playing Waylay a little bit. And so if you can just have him playing Sentinel, focus on this agent where he has looked his best, it's the best thing for the team, surely, right? I mean, it does mean that they have to drift away from the Neon Phoenix, which
Getting the
is
double
feeling like
Duelist
that's,
comps, yeah.
you know,
Why? I mean,
at
Leaf
the
can,
top
Leaf
of the
can
meta
do
tier
it,
list.
but then it's like Leaf can do that, but then what? Baby Bay's gonna like on Haven and stuff. Like what? He's gonna pick up the Cypher, or is he stick on Chamber? Like it does create some interesting questions about role assignment. Baby Bay always finds himself in a weird spot. Oh my goodness, that was snappy, and he knows it too. He sniffs disdainfully, and then he's back to work inside Market off that trademark.
No charges left.
Leave looking for a good pocket to play from as Cloud9 try and clear Market.
Oh,
Baby Bay's gonna
nice.
take eyes off him.
Okay.
And the judge at pretty long range there gets a kill.
Okay, bro. CNS is really trolling the
Cloud9
game.
completely without a paddle up the proverbial creek this round. And honestly,
yeah, that was a dismantling from 17 different directions.
And this
Baby Bay's just working them.
Yeah, I mean, there's 5 players in the server, so work that out from G2. The problem is here is this, we didn't really herald the round with fanfare, but this was a really pivotal round for Cloud9 to win.
The only good in C9
really
is
hinged on this particular
a
round
Vic
17.
and Oxy.
And they flopped.
And Baby Bay has done a nice job throughout this series on the chamber of
And
finding
the
some of
other,
right timings to mix
the other
up a
member
different
like
early round push that he
underperformed.
hasn't done before. So on this one, crucial round.
Just save it.
Not the best weapons over for
Save it,
G2.
Cypher.
Like, he just has that Guardian.
Even in the
Oh,
previous
yeah,
round,
just
he
save
was... Remember, he just wouldn't give up that A-side position? He did go down, right? But he's mixing it up more than anybody else here.
Let's try.
The other side of this coin, though, is that he conditioned this really obvious push-up into B main on the attack side, right? He was eventually a little obvious there.
Oh, what the fucking shot was that?
Very sharp.
And look, G2 have not required the same level of heroics from Jaw and Baby Bay, but I do think it's
That's also
telling
at the
that,
Vic.
Again,
Vic
we've
deserve
got
a new
Sunset map now
teammate.
back-to-back where it's the two of them at the top of the board.
I covered Baby Bay a lot early on in his pro career, like in what I would call Tier 1 esports. And honestly, he didn't really live up to the hype so much in the early days. I really feel like he's coming into his own only now, quite late on in his pro career, even after departing his pro career. Such an interesting player to have followed for almost 10 years now.
Cloud9 are trying to get right back over to A. This is where they have found some success on the attack side. They want to set up something aggressive towards spawn. Off the sound cue, Paranoid goes out. No opportunity for Simmons.
Nice.
Two
Nice shot
crazy.
by Oxy.
Nice kill from Oxy.
Okay, that was while Celsius was reloading, sat back here.
Nice.
G2 going to come back
Oh,
around
look
with
at
a vengeance,
them.
so the res also
They're
gives him
throwing
a
the
bit of
fucking
momentum to
game,
work
bro.
with. Oxy and Celsius, last 2 up on this side. And Oxy's found a
Don't.
third with this stinger. Enough though to surely give pause
nice.
for G2, but not enough to stop them in their tracks.
For them.
Yeah, C9, they kind of acquiesce that space, but they've just got stingers, so they end up being in this awkward mid-range situation when the Sage res comes through and G2 wait for that util to expire. All right, stun's gone, etc. We got the res. All right, now we go back in, and they're at a good distance to just get free kills with the rifles. That was
Another early round Baby Bay moment where he's in a weird spot.
Look at that
This has
spray.
been another
Let's
day in the
go.
office for G2. They're clocking in, they're clocking out.
Someone
Yeah.
said Zaz
I
is
mentioned
bro,
that
go
previous
with
routine.
retire.
That round 17 was important, right?
What the
this
fuck?
is as routine as it gets.
I told you
for
guys, Celsius not
G2.
really that good.
This is going to sound ridiculous, but it feels like Cloud9 today. They suited
Celsius
up.
is much better
They
than
put on their
Zeppa.
blue and white, less
I
intimidating
mean,
jerseys
Zeppa's much
than
better than
G2.
Celsius.
Only to just slowly lose here on Sunset. Look good in all the same ways they've looked good, and look bad in all the same ways they've looked bad.
And really the context for this game coming into it is that these are two teams that are having some mental struggles. It's been tough times.
They're bantering with random people on
C9
Twitter.
are trying to
Wyatt.
figure out
like when
what
Baby
the
Bay hits
direction
you
is.
with a this
GG
you
guys.
on Twitter, like
It's
you know
GG
it's
now.
bad.
Can feel it.
what G2
I
is
can
today.
feel it.
Bouncing
Yes.
back. This has been
Bro, this is GG.
way too easy.
Yo,
for
chill
them.
out, guys.
Yeah, they are getting back on the horse. They are looking good.
Yeah, GG.
Yeah, Trent flashed
GG.
that corner and then just walked out and shot him.
I
That's,
think
that's
the
great.
question is really moving forward. Are G2 going to be able to carry this over as the stage
GG.
goes on, as they continue this forward and making champions?
This game is still really easy for
Foray
them.
that they're looking pretty good on. We looked at those champs points. They just get another one here. They're up to 15. They are more than in the conversation. They're damn near guaranteed to be there.
Then the story of Cloud9 being
Victor Serpent
unable
team.
to beat G2 in
What that
VCT continues. It's now a 16-2 map record between these two at the highest level of Valorant competition. And now the realization hits that, yes, we know 100 Thieves are the real deal, but G2 are still on their worst days, looking like a quality outfit. They've got a buffer of champions points to work with, and now they've got runway into playoffs to turn themselves back into a team to be feared. A team that's not so readable A team that brings us some flair that can actually allow them to be catapulted on to the world stage, because they're still fighting for that international recognition.
This series is leaving me with a couple questions that I'm interested to see
Look at
play
that.
out, right? Is
GG,
this
guys.
the beginning of G2 just being right back in that
But I
dominant
think that's
American
all for
sport?
today,
Is
guys.
this the win that gets them
If you guys
in that mind
enjoying
state? The
this
second is
live stream,
this Baby Bay chamber
I'm happy that
going to be something that they continue
G2
to
they got
lean
the 1
onto
win 1 loss
with
now.
the
I
rest
like
of their map
the
pool? Is
standing.
this the identity that they're going to form
And I
for
hope they keep
themselves?
winning
We'll be crossing to
the
our Verizon post-match interview
the
and
kickoff.
just a minute after this.
Yeah. The VCT, I hope they keep winning for another Masters qualification. And yep, I think that's pretty much all, guys. The next match will be Sentinels versus Loud. Am I right? But I don't think I'm gonna watch that one because I'm not really a big fan of Sentinel and Loud. But if you guys watch it, you can just watch it to the main YouTube channel of VCT. They're on live right now. That's where I'm watching right now. Look, this one. This. I feel like I'm just gonna sleep today. And yeah, I feel like I'm gonna sleep. And yeah, I think that's all for today, guys. Thank you guys so much. I'm happy that G2 win this game. They really need this game. And yeah.